Greetings and salutations all. I.S. Sanderson here once again with another book discussion, and this is going to be a continuation on the book discussion of A Dance with Dragons by George R. R. Martin. And today I'm going to talk about the Tyrion chapters. And I also want to remind everybody once again, this is a book discussion, not a book review. It is meant for the people who have already read the books, and there will be spoilers, and I will be discussing things that you may not want to hear if you only watch the show or haven't read Dance with Dragons yet. Okay, so let's talk about Tyrion. I gotta say, for George R. R. Martin's favorite character, he does go through a lot of pretty bad stuff, man, a lot of shit. I mean, let's take a look at what's happened in this book. He's been exposed to the gray rot. He's, the disease that Stannis' daughter has. He's been exposed to that. He doesn't seem to have it yet, but he may still get it. There's 2 more books for him to show signs of it. So he might turn into one of these stone people. He's been sold into slavery. Yeah, not a good times. He's actually been up on the block and, auctioned off. And he's now having to tilt, is what it calls. He met up with another female dwarf, one of the ones that was at Joffrey's wedding. And now Tyrion is going to be riding a pig around, having to joust against a female dwarf in order to make his way in the world, because that's the only trait that she has. And she kind of blames him for her brother's death because somebody killed him thinking it was Tyrion, or just trying to pass him off as Tyrion. So yeah, he takes a lot of abuse, man. So Tyrion has fled east after being accused of Joffrey's murder and escaping and killing his father. And now he hates his brother too, and hates his sister, and hopes to be able to kill the rest of his family. But anyway, he's escaped east, and now it looks like he's on course to cross paths with Daenerys, which, obviously he will do eventually. So on Tyrion's travels, who should he run into but none other than Jorah Mormont in a whorehouse. And we see that Jorah is still in love with Daenerys. He's trying to get back into her good graces by delivering Tyrion to her, which seems strange because I know the Lannisters are responsible for a lot of her family being dead, but Tyrion isn't, and maybe that won't matter. And now, a really big spoiler. Prince Rhaegar's son, Aemon, the baby that was splattered against the wall by Gregor Clegane, apparently is alive now. Yes, another baby was swapped out in his place, and he is still alive, and now they're going to try and use him as a claim against the throne. Yeah, I really don't see Daenerys as allowing that to happen. I really don't see her, winning over the kingdoms for him and then just, gracefully handing him over to him. I really don't see that happening. Even if she did kind of feel that was right, I don't really see Sir Barristan, and, well, can't really say Sir Jorah now. It doesn't look like he's part of her council, but, he might, that might happen anyway in the future. But anyway, I think Tyrion had a fairly sound plan. Yeah, go over there and just start a rebellion right now, and then she'll jump in and help you. But even if he were to do that, I really don't see Daenerys as letting him have the throne. So while fleeing from the slavery, getting out of it, he ends up joining the Second Sons, the mercenary group that used to be led by Dario Naharis, but now has turned against Daenerys. Well, hey, they're sellswords, what do you expect? But anyway, Tyrion's story ends with him saying, yeah, the Second Sons, they're going to have to turn their cloaks again, but don't worry, I'll get him to do that. So he's going to get them to swear their allegiance back to Daenerys again, which should be interesting. So it looks like Tyrion, he does want to follow Daenerys, and he does want to join her cause and all that stuff. Though we're not exactly sure why, because he has sort of stated earlier that he does have a certain hatred, not necessarily towards her, but, as people ask her, well, what do you have to offer Daenerys? And he thinks in his head, hatred. I don't know why he would hate Daenerys, I don't know. But obviously he does want to join up with her. Why exactly, we can't know. Tyrion's a smart guy, though, so I think it's more likely he'll be sympathetic to her cause and want to be part of it. So will Tyrion live to see the end of this series? I think he will. Maybe possibly die in the 7th book, possibly, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to still be using his wits. And I think he will. I think he is going to end up being a pretty good trusted advisor to Daenerys, and I think he's going to help her in a lot of situations. So here's hoping. That should be interesting to watch. I think what's most interesting about Tyrion's immediate future is he'll have to meet up with Barristan Selmy first before he meets Daenerys, because we don't really know exactly. I mean, last we saw Daenerys, she was surrounded by a Dothraki horde with her and her dragon. So and we still don't know the outcome of that. But Tyrion, he will get to Meereen, and I think he's going to meet up with Barristan Selmy before he meets Daenerys, and it's going to be interesting to see how Barristan Selmy reacts to him, and how you know the other people in Meereen that were there before them react to him. Just like, oh, he's an imp, he's a demon. There's going to be some prejudices that Tyrion's going to have to deal with, and which he's dealt with many times in the past. So I don't think he'll have too much of a problem there. But that's going to be interesting, the interaction between him and Barristan Selmy. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to end this one short today. If you have any further thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, I'll leave my pertinent contact information down below in the abyss. And please comment, rate, subscribe. You know the drill. And until next time, this is I.S. Anderson telling everybody, make your lives grand and have a good day. Thank you very much.